Madame, could you please tell your butler to turn his phone off?
That's not my butler, that's my wife.
Very well, very well. Well, could you please tell your wife to turn off her phone?
She doesn't have a phone.
What? Well,
The show's about to begin.
That was strange. I mean, that was Fred. Fred is our intern. He's a bit camera shy. And dramatic.
Mummy, I didn't even sign up for this internship.
That part is true. Someone found him at the supermarket in the vegetable aisle. That's me, your narrator. You can call me Dolores. Okay, we'll begin now.
Fred! Fred!
Go, Dolores, go! Welcome to the Grieving Widows Club's theme song. Poem. Welcome to the Grieving Widows Club's theme poem. Grieving Widows theme song. Grieving Widows Club's theme song, poem, animation, I don't know. Grieving widows. The Grieving Widows Club's theme poem! They gather round, they bitch and moan with glee and grapes and glum. They sit and talk for hours on hours, eat pastries made of rum. The grieving widows, their spouses were quite dead. So now they sit forevermore, compete for hours of gab galore. And, of course, mum's the word. The grieving widows, their husbands were so dead. Oh, Freddy! Yes. Welcome to the Grieving Widows Club. A series of short vignettes about nothing at all that should concern us in no other way than a joyous and slightly confused one. Okay, it's a mob of old ladies making you listen to their woes. I'm sorry, once you get in, you can't leave. They're like the mob of leftover lasagna, assailing the world with their continuous chatter and their ideas and opinions and their colorful solutions. Yes, the Grieving Widows Club was much more of a black market for where to get the cheapest shrubbery and where to hire a hitman for dogs or umbrella martial arts. It was a club of parasol, lace glove-toting dames who would arrive every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday to rant and rave and rage, with cards and cats and rum. It was a... Doreen, what's wrong, Doreen? Sorry, Doreen. Sorry, Doreen. Sorry, Doreen. Sorry, Doreen. There once was a maid named Fridoline. Her hair was brown and her mug was mean. She really couldn't be bothered at all. Her attitude grim and her shoulder hunched tall. Many a luncheon have passed on by, during which not one lady could ever spy Fridoline. The grim and the mean, the most irksome invisible maid, who for no services at all was handsomely paid. how Fridoline managed to keep this do-nothing job. Well, ask someone else. I, for one, feel robbed of my sanity. Such calamity would never befall my house.
Romeo, it's me, Fridoline, Juliet, and I am here to tell you that you are the sun and I am the moon! You're doing it all wrong.
And that's Winnie. Or Winifred. This is Winnie. She works in the same household as Fridoline. Except she actually does stuff. Winnie has some hobbies, you could say. She mostly wields her axe, and sometimes she does her exercise routines. Winnie! I'm locked in the bathroom again! Winnie! Winnie! There's a bee! Winnie! Okay, Winnie. This is Madame. Her full name's Venervia Horribald Maria Jocelyn Maria von Hammerstein Bling Blong Seafern. She's been married thrice, and divorced twice, and widowed more times than I can say nice, which is never. She's from sometime in the 1600s. She likes a good bonnet and a dirty sonnet. You know how they are, those dames and their games. There's constantly drama about somebody's mama. Madame likes to host. Winnie! Winnie, the girls are coming over later. We're going to have tea. Go get the sunroom ready. The girls. Winnie hated the girls. There was Philippa Flog. She lived in a fog of old Brazilian rum. Her toe looked like a thumb. Then there was Miss Hazel Hantle. Who once left her dentures in the hall on the mantel. Now that I look at it, I should revise my spiel from earlier. There weren't so many widows at all. Is now to think of it, there was that series of weddings early last fall. And funerals, but that's beside the point. Except for one case, that of Miss Allie, whom a terrible lethargy had befallen, after which she staged her death around town for a week before ending it all in the smallest creek. Needless to say that Miss Allie didn't desire to stay.
And next time on We Live to Die, the Grieving Widows Club.
Don't forget your local grandma.